Alright, since I hit 200 subscribers here, I figured I'd show you guys here kind of some things we've got going on the channel. So right here, this is the new mic. This is the mic I'm actually doing this video on. So hopefully it sounds pretty good. This mic is the Audio Technica. It's a 2020, something like that. I finally got a Scarlett going for it. It took forever. I had a different setup. It was a long time, so finally getting this going. Hopefully it sounds better. I do have the new phone here. I just got this yesterday, so all the videos should be a little more clearer. I could record them at 40K 60, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not yet, just because it'll be a bigger upload. And then here we have the roll box. We've been saying we were getting a roll box going here, and this is finally it. We got the new logo on here, the new name. We changed the name for the channel just because it was a little hard telling people Caiaphas Cain when they asked what channel it was. Unless you knew the lore, it didn't really make a lot of sense. Where we're from is called Truro. It's called the hub of Nova Scotia, they say. So I figured Hubtown Hammer, just for Warhammer, a better name, easier to remember. Got a new logo, rebranded if you could say that. Necron Mike made this roll box. You know, it took him a lot of work, a lot of time. So I'm pretty excited to have this. I think it'll really help you guys see what's going on. We have a camera permanently set up just set over the roll box, so we'll be able to go to that anytime for the big rolls. You know the channel, you know the videos. I'm not going to roll everything. I'm not going to show you all the pitter patter, but the big rolls that make a big difference in the game, we'll make sure you guys see those. This roll box should be a lot easier to see, and just with our logo, it'll be a good time. This here is just an idea I have for a new series I'm going to have on the channel. I'm going to call it King of the Coast. It's inspired by the Play on Tabletop. They have a new fantastic series going on to King of the Colosseum. It is great. They do it with 500 points. I would recommend if anyone, you do have to join a membership, but if anyone has the time, watch those. Great videos. This one's going to be 750 points. It's going to be the same map every time. I think I'm going to have maybe 10 episodes just of different armies. Can't bring anything with over toughness 9. You can bring some synergy if you have something that buffs your stuff, but nothing on your data card that's just straight toughness 10. It has to be toughness 9 or lower. At least one character is your warlord. You can bring more characters, but you got to have at least one, and you have to have at least 2 infantry units. Keep it pretty simple first, so probably Taking Hold and Chilling Reign. Any ideas you may have on this, just to make it a little more fun, a little more interesting, just let me know, within reason. The map here, we have the rocks and the trains are going to be impassable, and then the trees here, so if you're inside of the trees, because they'll be played like ruins, so behind them you can't be shot or anything like that, but if you're in the trees, you are -1 to be hit, and you have cover. But if you're shooting out of the trees, so if you go inside the trees, you are -1 to hit as well. And only infantry can go in the trees, so vehicles can't drive in the trees there. It's only kind of infantry hiding in the tree line. I think that'll add a little more flavor to the map. And we just have these ruins kind of laying around just to show some walls. And this map is kind of symbolic just because it has where Necron Mike grew up is a place called 5 Islands, so we just kind of have some rocks there for some big old islands. I grew up way up in the woods, so I get all these trees around for the woods. And in Nova Scotia, there's a lot of forts around, especially on the coast, on the Atlantic Ocean coast. These walls just kind of help show those kind of old forts kind of laying around. Deployment is going to be hammer and anvil. I do have a few ideas for this, so I'm going to run a beta game, so just kind of game by myself, a little practice game, and I probably will put that game on the channel just to show you guys my idea and when I run for it, and then after that we'll have some guests on to try the King of the Coast. So I think that'll be pretty fun. King of the Coast is because we're on the Atlantic Coast, Nova Scotia, we're pretty much surrounded by Atlantic Ocean, so good way to get our community, because sometimes 2,000 points, it can be stressful, and there's just a lot of time you have to put into playing a 2,000 point game, getting all your stuff painted, making sure you know the army. So 750 points, I think it'll be more fun. I should be able to get a little more people into it, because a lot of us are, in the community here, we have kids, we're adults. We don't have a lot of time for the big games anymore. I have a little more time just because I got the channel going and just the way my back's broken, so I got a little more time to play. I'm hoping the 750 will kind of revitalize our community a little bit, get a few more people in here that you guys haven't seen before, a few more armies. and I think that'll be a really good time. Future videos coming on the channel, we're going to have a new Custodes comp video just for competitive lists, a new list I've been running, so I'm going to let you guys know how that works and what's in it and how it runs. A Montecar kind of overview with the list I'm running as well, and just kind of go over the stratagems and the enhancements and some of the stuff that I've found out while using the army detachment, the Montecar detachment. And I'm also going to have a Custodes tips and tricks videos coming out, just top 10 tricks I've just kind of learned just from playing the game, things to help people, beginners, and even some if you're more intermediate, some things in there should help you as well. I also have a transport salamanders list coming out because I have 2 land raiders now. I have a redeemer and a just regular land raider, so they're painted up and they're ready to go, so they'll be on the channel soon. So I'll have just an overview and a little kind of talk about how this list has changed since I've added some vehicles in there and some transports. And like I said, the new King of the Coast will be on. I think they'll be starting next week. I'm going to have just a practice game. I think I'll put that out either this weekend or the beginning of next week. And then we have Custodes versus Dark Angels, I do believe is Monday, so I'll be playing that Monday, so that should be out here probably in the weekend, as well as the new King of the Coast. I'll probably have that debuting next week as well. So it should be a good time to be on the channel. Lots of things coming in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for anyone that's subscribed. The channel's only going to get bigger and better. Like I always say, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by.